Withycombe, and this is a basic beginning music theory video as it relates to the piano and music in general. And for some of you, it may not be completely necessary for you to watch the entire video. However, in my experience, it never hurts to review stuff. Think of it this way: what we're trying to do here is build a foundation, and a foundation in music is extremely important if you want to keep growing. And a foundation in a building, same way. You build a strong foundation, you put the first floor on, no problem. Second, boom, and the sky's the limit. Now, if you put a foundation together and you're missing parts or little things are missing, and then you put on the first floor and a few things are missing the second, and you get to a certain point and now you have a wobbly building, and either the building falls over, you lose interest because you're confused or whatever, and this is what happens to a lot of people and why they stop, because they don't have the proper understanding. That's what we're going to do. And you have to start at the beginning. And this is the beginning. We're going to learn our note names. Then we're going to learn our scales. And then we're going to learn our chords. Doesn't take that long. Don't worry. We're going to get through it pretty fast. And we'll be on to actually getting right in to learning some of your favorite tunes. That's the most important thing, is to get you working on the stuff that you want to as soon as possible. That is my goal, and that's where we're going. So hang in there. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. Off and running. Now, before we can learn all the really meaty good stuff like chords, intervals, scales, learn to read music, we're gonna need to learn what all these notes are. And so we're starting at the start, as they say. And the best way to do that is we're going to learn to spell all these white notes. And the way we do that is we're going to use the black notes for a minute. So if you blur your eyes when you're looking at a keyboard, you're going to notice something. You're going to notice that black notes are in a series of 2, then 3, 2, then 3, 2, then 3, 2, and so on and so forth up and down the keyboard. 2 black notes, 3 black notes, 2 black notes, 3. Now, if you go to 3 black notes and you go to the middle black note and you go just to the right of it, the first white note that it comes, or the one between this black note and this one, that's going to be A. And this is an important note because we're going to simply learn to spell the other notes based on this. And how are we going to do that? We're going to use the alphabet. So we're basically going to ascend and use the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, not H. Look what happened. We're back at the 3, middle one to the right. We're back at A. So really, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white notes. White note names, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we're back at A. Then what happens? The pattern repeats. Now this A and this A differ by what we call an octave. It's the same tone, but it's an octave higher in pitch. And same thing, that's an octave higher. B, C, that's an octave higher. So once you learn your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, you're really off and running. Then what you'll start to see is you'll start to see other patterns. A, B, C. Well, C is always when there's 2 black notes, it's to the left black note, first note down. That's always C. So find 2. That's always C. Find 2. C. Find 2 here. That's C. Now you can do the same thing. Find 3 here and go there. What note is that? Well, if you don't know what it is, you can figure it out. A, B, C. Let's see, we find A, B, C, D, E, F. So that's F. So look at the relationship where F always sits in relation to black notes. 3 black notes, it's the leftmost black note, and then its first white note down. So there's F. So this would also be an F. This would be an F. That would be an F. Octave higher, octave lower, octave lower. So based on this, I went a little fast, but hopefully you got it. We should be able to name all our white notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's name a few notes, and then we'll move on to learn what the black note names are. Okay, so let's name some black notes. This might be confusing at first, but in time it's all going to make sense. Black notes and some white notes, more on this in a minute, they can have two names, and we call this an enharmonic equivalent, meaning it is the same note, okay? It's the same tone, but it can be spelled two different ways. And again, the reasons for this will become clear when we start to build scales, chords, and so on and so forth. For now, just absorb as much as you can, because when we start to put it to practice is when it all sort of makes sense. All right, so before we get started naming black notes, we need to understand the terms sharp and flat. Sharp means to raise a note, flat means to lower a note. And so let's just take a note and I'll show you what it's called. So we'll take this note. What are the two notes adjacent to it or on either side? Well, A, B, this is C, and that's going to be D. So this is either going to be named C going up, or sharp, raising, C sharp, or it's going to be called D flat because we're lowering the D. So we're raising the C, C sharp or D flat. So it has two names. So if I just walked in and I played that note and I said, Johnny or Mary, what is that note? You would say it's C sharp or it's B flat, or D flat, pardon me. Now, let's continue on that. So we're looking at the white notes adjacent to black notes. So I'm going to play this note. And I'm going to ask you what name is that? Well, we got to figure out what the two white notes are. A, B, C, D, and E, D. So it's going to be either called D going up, sharp, or it's going to be called E going down, flat. So let's continue on. We're going to go to this next black note. The two notes adjacent, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. It's either going to be called F going up, sharp, or G going down, flat. Keeping going. That's going to either be G sharp or A flat. A sharp or B flat. And that's it. There's only 5 black notes, and that's their names. Now, I did say earlier that these white notes also have two names. This is obviously A, B, C. But this can also be called C flat because it's a half step away. And this can be called B raised sharp, B sharp or C flat, lowering the C to spell this, raising the B to spell that. Now there's a reason for that, and when we start doing chords and spelling scales, it'll become more evident. For now, don't worry about it. Just think of them as B and C and E and F for the time being, and just worry about being able to spell your black notes using your white notes on either side of them. And in time, we'll tackle the other ones. Okay? So hopefully now, if I play any note on the keyboard, if I play this note, you can go A. This is A, and so it's either going to be A sharp or B flat. If I play that note, A, B, C, D, D sharp or E flat. If you can do that, you can name all the black notes and you can name all the white notes. And don't worry about the enharmonics between B, C, and E and F just yet. We'll get to that. All right, good.